Hi boys and girls, welcome back. Today we are going to be working on a prefix. And as you know, prefix means before, so it's going to be added to your base word before the word. Okay, so the prefix that we are working on today is dis. Dis is a closed syllable. Vowel followed by a consonant is closed, and that's why it has the short vowel sound. Okay, and dis means not or the opposite of. Okay, and when you are coding with a prefix, you box off the prefix because it is not part of the base word and you don't want it to affect your syllable type. Okay, so I have drawn a box around all of our prefixes. So you can see it's not part of our base word. It will not affect the spelling or the decoding of our syllable types in our base word. So like once again, dis means not or the opposite of. So first we have disagree, dislodge, displease, and distress. Okay, so as you're reading these, if you think of the prefix as not part of the word, once you've figured out what it is, you can cover it up to read the second part. And that's one strategy that you should be doing as you're coming into bigger words in your read alouds. You figure out the little parts that you know, and you separate the chunks that you're unsure of, and you use your strategies in order to really decode those and figure out what they're saying. Look for those vowel teams and stuff inside. Okay, so on top of wanting to be able to read the word, you want to be able to do the morphology or the meaning of a word. And once again, dis means not or the opposite of. Okay, so as we go through it, disagree. Call out. Does that mean not or the opposite of? So it means not agree. Dislodge. If you think about what it means when something is lodged, it means it's stuck. If I got my foot lodged in a rotted log, it would mean it's stuck. So if it got dislodged, it would become unstuck or not stuck. Okay? Displease means you are not pleased. And I include distress because not all words that have prefixes and suffixes use the meaning. Sometimes the meaning is changed over time in a word in the English language. So you want to really be thinking about also in the context of your sentence, does it make sense? That's why we included that one. Okay. So the next thing that we're going to do is a little bit of spelling, and we're going to do tapping out the syllables. As we are tapping out the syllables, if you want to put a section of the word on your fingers, you can also do that. And as always, as we are going along, you can pause in between if you need more time to write. Okay? And also pause now if you need time to get a pencil and a paper. Okay. So the first one we're going to do is distaste. Distaste. Disorder. Disorder. Disinform. Disinform. Okay. Disown. Disown. For that one, in the base word, in own, I want you to think about how do you spell O when it's followed by an N or an L. Okay, that'll help you. And last one, I don't think we've done this one, is distrust. Distrust. Good, and I'm going to show you one on the board that might be hard to read if you ran across it in a book, but if you take the time to code it and to separate the parts that you know, then it's really not hard, okay? Might look really hard and overwhelming, but if you use your strategies, then you know what to do. Okay, so for now, we know that dis is a prefix. So the first thing I want to do is box off my prefix so it does not affect my base word. Now, we haven't learned anything else as a prefix or a suffix in here. So I'm going to take a look, and I see right away I have 2 vowels. I know when I'm coding and I have 2 vowels, and I need to start at the first vowel and keep going till I hit the second vowel. So I have a vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. And we know that in a vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, you split between the 2 consonants. So I'm going to be drawing a big line. If you were reading and you saw it, you could just cover up half. Read the first half, figure it out. Read the second half, figure it out. But since I'm coding the word, I'm going to show you. So here in my first syllable, I know I have vowel, consonant, closed. I know this is going to be short. I know it's going to say I, so I know my first half of the word says in. Good, and now I look at this one, vowel. What happens before? It doesn't matter. It's always what happens after. So I have vowel, consonant, closed again. I know my E is going to be short and it's going to say eh. So I know it's going to say fect. Now I'm going to read my base word, infect, disinfect. So a big word, once you break it into the parts that you know, really becomes quite manageable and a lot less overwhelming.